Hello, good morning. Good morning. Everyone here? Just gonna get this thumbnail exported, then we will start the live stream. Let's go with media drive, video, thumbnails, live thumbnails. Oh, where did that go? Export. Opa, you still there, my man? Opa. Ope, my bad. I thought that was Earl Grey tea for a second. Huh, it's terrible. Terrible Earl Grey tea. Tastes like hazelnut coffee. Okay, close down the stock stuff. Interactive brokers over there. This is that. That is this. Watch list is there. Close that from Figma. Ooh, Intel's still ripping today. 68 smackaroos. I pronounced it right the first time. What did I say the first time? I don't really day trade a whole lot. I swing trade a lot. Like I don't typically like open and close positions in the same day. I typically like to look for big catalysts, good earnings reports, news, partnerships. You know, you can slowly like leg in a position over time. Day trading's like going to the casino a little bit, but you know, if you can plan stuff over weeks or months, that's usually where I've had some my best luck, not skill, just luck in the markets. I was checking out the new Meld Studio Spark update. I am very new to the Meld ecosystem. Here, let me close some of this stuff here. But there was a lot of hype around it yesterday. Okay, can I share my screen? Let's go with this one. Well, that's better. Yeah, there's a guy on Twitch named the Stock Guy. I've followed him honestly for like 6 or 7 years, and he has lots of great information he shares about the stock market. And I mean, I had investment accounts set up through employers, you know, like almost 20 years ago. But if you want to do more active investing, which I honestly think most people probably should at some point to get some kind of active investment, where they're managing them themselves, where they can kind of pick and choose different things and where they want their money to go. I don't know. It's like I always say, if you're going to lose money in the stock market, I would rather lose it myself than have somebody else lose it. But honestly, when you pay a big fund or a management company or a bank or anyone to create a managed fund, all they're doing is buying other people's big indexes anyway. So that's at least in my opinion. Man, I love the stock market though. I'm up every day. It's at 6 a.m. early market, reading news, figuring out what's happening today. So we could make this a stock market stream, or we could talk a little bit about Meld Studio and their new Spark integration. Oh, it even works when I'm offline. There's my chat right there. Because if I do this, yo. Oh, it does show up there. That's cool. Meld has some neat things going for it, I will admit. Okay, so why didn't it find my Twitch stream? Reload. Okay, set a YouTube marker. Where's that one? Stream settings. Okay, well, I think everyone's here. Good morning, good day. So Meld just dropped a big update to their Meld Studio Suite, and this is going to change everything related to what's free with Meld, what Meld is paying for, some of their new AI features. So this is either going to change a lot of things for streamers and creators, and it's probably going to annoy and maybe piss off some artists, but we can get into that a little bit later. So I want to break down what Meld Spark actually does, how it works, and then this kind of the stuff that no one's talking about, on the surface. You kind of really have to go into some of the comments and Reddit threads to figure out what people are saying. So if you go over to Meld Spark and kind of ask, like, what is Meld Spark, like the TLDR? It's essentially an AI chat tool built directly into Meld Studio, which is still free, I'll let you know, where you can prompt and describe what you want in very simple, plain language for a chat overlay, an alert timer. We'll get into stuff, and we'll make some things live if you want to see it. And it builds it right inside Meld Studio. So this isn't like a third-party tool that you go to a separate website and you build a browser source and load it into Meld. No, this builds it right in here. Now I have some like feedback on, like, I'm an AI I'm a huge AI power user nerd, and I love projects and organization and workflows. And though I don't think that Meld has that quite yet, there are some cool features that we're going to go over. Some of the things that Meld directly says that you can make are things like chat overlays to customize the way it looks. I was fiddling with this last night, CDC, there we go. And like, I had used Meld when it was in beta, like months or maybe even, years ago, and never installed it again on my new computer. I was, little side tangent here, I was honestly shocked at how easy it was to set up. I was like, okay, I'm going to spend 5 minutes here, just look through some of the menus and, get familiar with Meld before my live stream tomorrow. And I felt like I set up Meld without even knowing how to set up Meld. It was literally that easy. It was just like, oh, hit the plus button. Yeah, sure, I need a camera. Oh, you need to size it here? Sure. Oh, need a vertical canvas? Check this little slider. Yeah, shocking how easy it was. Honestly, like, pretty damn good. Start a poll. Have you tried Meld Studio? There we go. So when you're in this little Spark, tab or area inside of Meld Studio, the software, everything lands directly within your meld scenes and sources automatically, which is cool. I kind of wish there was maybe like a database so you could do some version control, but I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. And this works across every connected platform you have. I don't think I'll leak anything here. If I go to chat, what is it, Inspector? Yeah, so if I have YouTube, Twitch, and Kick connected in Meld, anything I then make in Meld Spark, according to Meld, automatically works in Meld Studio. You tell Spark what you want through the chat prompt. It builds it live in the studio. You can drag it, you can resize it, you can change some colors, blah blah blah, and it's already connected to the platforms. I made this. Oh, what's this here? Oh yeah, I am expecting a call from the bank within the next hour. I might just have to mute the call when that happens. But I created this little BRB scene yesterday with a 1-sentence prompt. 1 sentence. And I'm not saying this is perfect, and I am 1000% that there's even very talented artists like Opa that could make something much, much nicer. But this is just 1 sentence in a prompt, and you can get into prompt engineering, and we could honestly run a whole entire session where you could go into ChatGPT or Claude and have it map out the prompt that you want, and then you paste it into Spark. I could absolutely see this happen. We're obviously pretty early in here, but so Meld Studio's core pricing will stay free forever. We have that documented in Reddit posts and X screenshots. What you see, everything right here, just make sure I got this up. Yes, will be free forever. But companies got to make money or else they eventually fizzle out. And Spark is one of the revenue streams that they are actually going to be leaning into. Now, most of the streamers you see out there are already paying 10 to 50 to hundreds of dollars on static overlay packs that are honestly generic, that kind of look like what everybody else is making. The pro tier of Meld Studio, or sorry, the pros that are using Meld Studio and Spark are now going to be able to get everything original. The pricing, it might change. I don't have a promo code to give everyone, but there's going to be free prompts now to try. And it wasn't super clear from some of my research this morning because this tool only came out yesterday. But like, this will be free to use for the time being, Meld Spark, but it will eventually be a pro like subscription tier later. I want to try creating something right now, because I have a very let's just do this right now. So I go back to my cam and desktop. So I have this chat widget here. Now this is just the basic chat widget that is built into Meld, but I want to design a elements updated, but you can preview this. What if you try that? Add ideas for you. Add chat overlay, add countdown timer. Oh, let's try a background. Add a subtle lo-fi music track or ambient fireplace sounds to a scene. What? You can add sound effects? Okay. I thought this was just for like scene design. Let's try this. What happens? Add subtle lo-fi music track or ambient fireplace sounds to the scene. Drag and drop assets you would like to use. Wait a second. Okay, I've added a custom synthesized fireplace ambient sound to your Be Right Back scene. Instead of relying on an external audio source, I built a real-time sound engine using the Web Audio API. This generates a low-frequency brown noise rumble simulating burning logs and random high-frequency pops like crackles. This sound automatically switches when you change the scene, and it is available in both horizontal and portrait versions. So why can't I hear it? Okay, let's turn the music down. Why can't I hear it? Okay, I did turn the desktop audio up. Let's see if this works. Switch. Um, it doesn't work. What's it doing? I was hyped about Meld. What's going on? Let me cook. Give up time. Come on, Meld. I'm trying to give you a good demo here. Let's get this working. Found the issue. Your scene layers are pointing to an older version of the overlay that didn't include the audio. I have now. Guys, I don't hear this. Oh, there we go. I guess it worked. Now, what would happen if you accidentally deleted this? You know? Like if this was mute, edit. That's okay. It technically worked. It technically worked. That was like a live Meld Studio Spark demo. Through a little prompt, we now generated some background, literal brown noise with fireplace crackles. Okay, okay, it worked. It worked. It worked. Okay. Design me a minimal starting soon screen. Leave a spot for my small cam to show what's happening before I go full cam, if that makes sense. See what it does. Okay, it automatically created a new scene. That's kind of cool. There we go. There's my starting soon stream. What does it say? Stream broadcasting starting soon. Getting everything ready for the show. Stick around and we'll be live in a few minutes. I mean, honestly, it could be worse. It's not bad. It's not bad. That's kind of cool. Okay, so if I click this and I go into the inspector, okay, it does give me like some options. URL, audio. You know, that's like kind of cool. I do like how that works. What is that? Oh, that's a mask. Oh, because I can't like taper my... No. Okay, that's neat. That's neat. What does that do? Whoops, what did I just click? What does this do? Okay, I don't know. None. Leave that there. Well, isn't that kind of sick? What are we talking about? Yeah, I've heard about that before. Yeah, I've definitely heard about the Google AI Studio in YouTube. Yeah. Stop touching your face, Diggler. Okay. What else should we make? Let's try... That's the chat. Spark is popping off and the streamer is making Meld Studio shine. Meld Studio looks awesome. Spark is dialed in and the streamer is crushing it. So we go back to that. Okay, cool. Very cool. Animation. I'll try fade in. Let's try that. Text align left. That works. Text weight. because that chat element is broken. Okay, let's just go back here to the Spark. Make me a similar style, but different design for an outro. I guess I don't really need it for a BRB scene. See what it does. BRB minimal. Oh, why am I so hungry? Okay, I'm starting to see a little bit of the limitations here. Be right back. Starting soon. The streamer has stepped away for a moment. Feel free to chat or grab a drink. A new matching starting soon scene that matches the new BRB minimal scene. Let's see how granular you can get this. Okay. It's not bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's not bad. Okay, so we have the minimal BRB scene, the minimal starting soon. Okay. Now create a matching stream is ending scene that matches the style of the other minimal scenes. This is what I was really curious about with Meld Spark, is that sure, you can AI prompt your way to anything scene, but can it actually make some like cohesive looking elements, you know? So it successfully made a starting soon in a BRB. Can it make a stream ending minimal? I think the answer is yes, from what I'm seeing here. Has anyone else tried this yet? Let me ask. It's automatically putting different colors in here. And this is like the designer in me that's like, fighting this a little bit, because I would like to be able to just right click and inspect this and, manually change the color of the purple to like green or something like that, because now we've got this like kind of shroud color, neon blue, if my eyes are misleading me, the orange for Be Right Back, and now the stream ending. Still incredibly cool, because normally, like, I don't know, I'm pretty fast in Photoshop. Like, I whipped up a quick little thumbnail this morning for today's live stream in like, I don't know, like less than 10 minutes. But if you can just prompt it inside of Meld Studio, why not? This is like probably the biggest controversial take that people have. Oh, I'll turn this down a little bit. That people have with Meld Studio is like, is this stealing from other artists or replacing designers? That is the controversial take on Meld Studio Spark. Because you can love or hate AI, but it's still going to be here. No one's going to be getting rid of AI anytime soon. So that's the big controversy. Looking at a bunch of comments on X and Reddit, people are calling it a tool that's going to destroy the creative ecosystem because it's generative AI. I mean, Spark writes the code. They're probably using an API through Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT or something. I'd love someone from Claude to confirm this, but that's what I personally think is probably happening. So not only is it the prompt just generating code, but it's also just, it's probably not even their AI. So Spark just writes the code. It doesn't design the images. So it's not like it's recreating other people's pre-commissioned work. Does that make sense? So it's not a mid-journey inside of Meld Studio for overlays. You could almost say it's more like if you put some guardrails and some custom instructions inside ChatGPT, it's like a custom AI model inside Spark. I don't know. I see a little bit of a difference, but it's really kind of blurring those lines. Somebody asked, does it replace some basic design work? And I'm gonna say, like, yeah, like most definitely. If you were a creator or on the designer side, if you're the creator on the public side or a creator on the behind the scenes side, chances are you were paying as little as like 30 and as much as hundreds of dollars for custom timers, overlays, a little widget, anything. Spark now handles that right inside Meld, which is going to really flip the script on a lot of stuff, because being able to add custom branding and original artwork and complex animations still needs a human designer. Like, you can spend any amount of time and find camps of people that cannot wait until you never need to hire a designer again, and you can just talk and scribble and change anything that you want in a prompt. This is not there yet. It hasn't been there for years, and honestly, if you're one of the people that just says that, oh, this is the worst it's ever going to be, well, you can pretty much say that for any technological advancement in time. So the reality check is that most small streamers can't afford custom design work for their streams anyway, which is why they go to a lot of free places to download overlays and alerts and widgets. But if you can now do this now, like say for example, I don't know how much Spark costs. I think that the pricing was up in the air, but if it's $20 Canadian and you can for a month, and all you have to do is spend 30 days building out your stream interface, well then absolutely do it, right? Like why wouldn't you? Is this optional or is it forced? This is completely optional. Choosing to use it or not is totally up to you. I don't necessarily know if you can hide the Spark. Oh, Spark Home. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there is save chats. Yeah, that does answer your question. Okay, so you could have a chat going on with Spark just for your different starting soon streams. You could have a different chat with Spark on just customizing your chat overlay. That's kind of cool. Someone also asked, does it generate deepfakes or sketchy content? And as I said, like Spark is not a media generation tool. This isn't like an adding a mid journey inside of Spark. For the demonstration purposes, I'm not going to tell it, but that's just kind of not the way it work. There's going to be way too many guardrails inside the back end of Meld Studio to prevent anything like that. Someone also said, like, what if you don't know how to code or know how to customize things? You can definitely customize anything that you make with Meld Spark through Meld Spark. That would be interesting. I don't believe that you can tell Spark to change anything that you made. I don't believe that that works that way, no. No. So someone also asked, does Meld Spark also work with Stream Elements or Streamlabs? The answer, I'm 99% sure, is no, because Meld is a standalone tool, just like Stream Elements and Streamlabs are their own standalone tools and widgets. This is fully integrated, and you can only customize Meld stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Spark builds on top of Meld's ecosystem. That's right. Yeah, definitely. Democratizes stream production for broke creators. Well, I mean, being a going from being a broke creator to a profitable per creator, it's not, Meld Spark isn't going to solve that problem, but I understand what you're saying. So this definitely removes a lot of technical barriers to setting up a stream. It was always fairly drag and drop, click here and there to make things different, but you don't actually have to learn any CSS or HTML or JavaScript to custom code anything here. As we can see, it's also really fast iterations. You can basically prompt anything in a couple seconds. Because this is going to be free, I thought that this would just take longer, but it doesn't, which is kind of cool. I don't know how long it's going to be free. So if you're watching this video now, it is currently June 16th. This will probably be free, I would imagine, for at least 30 days. Then they might do something like a couple free prompts a day, or like maybe 10 free prompts a month or something like that. So my recommendation, if you're watching this, go and download Meld, play around with the Spark Studio. Like, look at this. Worst case, you're going to have a blast playing around, and you can get a whole bunch of free widgets made. And I'll mention too, and I tested this in OBS. I'm not going to leak my OBS, but if you click on, this is the crazy thing with Meld Studio Spark. If you click on this overlay here, right, this starting soon overlay, you can copy the browser source and bring this into OBS just like you would with any other browser source you're adding to OBS. Like, if most creators have already done this hundreds of times, which means if you're on the behind the scenes support for streamers and creators, like you as a designer, you can go into Meld now and design a suite of widgets and then go and sell them to people. Hey? There's going to be a mini ecosystem now inside of Meld where you might have the secret sauce for prompts and can make the sickest looking overlays or chat widgets or subathon timers, Pomodoro countdowns, no matter what, eh? I was talking about this the other day with Codex because, here, I can show this here. Development projects, yeah, nothing here is leaking. Tesla Cyber, dividend scope, Codex. Let me show you this here. I have been vibe coding so many cool utilities. I'm never paying for a subscription again. I shouldn't say that, but I've built, it's like, I'll take a tool, like, I'm sure everyone can relate here. This is a side tangent to Meld, but tell me if you ever found a tool and it's just like, That's another $15 a month subscription. Ah, that's $19 a month. Or even it's a cheap tool just because it's very, very simple, but they want to get you, and it's, it's $3 a month. Well, most people are paying for an AI coding service now anyway, like Codex or Cowork. You can screenshot a page, paste the URL, build a project plan, and just remake any tool you want and run it locally. I've done this for retirement tools. I built some of my own OBS widgets. I could walk through this media downloader that I made. This is like super sweet. I would love people to tell me if they would like to see some of this stuff on Patreon. I would definitely give away all of my little vibe coded utilities on Patreon. That's something we might do, is that if that's interesting to people. So I wanted to show this OBS utility, Pomodoro timer. There we go. So I made this Pomodoro timer, little utility right here. Let me just drag this out. And this is just a browser source. You copy into OBS. I can even, where is it now? Timer. Why is it, there we go. I don't know why it was, she was hidden. So we can put that timer there. Oh, I actually think I had it like right here or something like that. And you try to find a Pomodoro timer source on OBS that for one actually works, and two doesn't look like total ass. I spent like I don't know, maybe 40 minutes finding some screenshots of some cool looking clocks. Basically told what I wanted it to do. I could add some sound files to play when it launches. I just hit start, and then look at there, she works. Isn't that awesome? Like, how sweet is that? There we go. Now the chat works. Why wasn't it working before? Yeah, I'm in. I've been bit by the Claude Cowork bug. I want to learn how to use it better, but it feels like every day I'm like vibe coding a little bit something new. I even like the fact that I can go on GitHub and just copy and paste the repository that I like and be just like, hey, launch this through Docker. I would like to try it. And it just does it. It works. It's so cool. So the reality with Meld Spark, this is the same conversation that's pretty much happening everywhere, where AI tools are making things more accessible versus devaluing human work. It's going to be a debate that's will probably go on for decades. In my personal opinion, Spark doesn't replace high-end custom design, but it does replace the $5 gigs on Fiverr, which people just churn out repeat templates. That's the way I see Spark, Meld Spark, right now as of April 16, 2026. Will it change? Absolutely. Is it going to be for the better? No one really knows. I think that's like a fear, and it's something that should be in the back of the minds of almost every single company, that just because you're adding a layer of AI integration doesn't automatically make your tool better. So as much as I am a huge advocate of AI tools, just got to be careful, not only on the creator side, but as from the business as well, because you can be turning a lot of people away if they don't really like, AI tools built in, because you can't get around it. I know it's called Meld Spark, but they may as well have just called it Meld AI Assistant, because that's what it is. This is my light at the end of the tunnel, kind of true creator AI assistant that I feel like is going to be coming no matter what. And like a Spark is just it's just a whisper of how this could work. But imagine being able to say, like, it's one thing saying add a music track, add an overlay, change the way this looks, add a different background, visual, whatever. Imagine when you can tell Meld Spark, hey, clip that. Or, hey, I'm going to be rating Karazhan today in TBC. Make sure you turn on the recording before Nightbane. Something like that. That is like, yes, all these design tools are really cool, and I'll use it. Absolutely. I will. I'll be an advocate and a promoter until like the tool starts pissing me off. But that is where I want to start seeing some of these AI assistants to go, because it makes a lot of sense when you don't, if you can string out a sequence of actions that would normally take 30 different clicks and mouse strokes and different keyboard presses into just a verbal prompt, like clip that, hey, save the last 30 seconds, or hey, clip the last 15 minutes, something like that. And then the layer beyond that is, hey, clip the last 15 minutes and then upload it to Google Drive. Imagine something like that. Then send it off to the editor. That is the AI assistant that I really want in my workflow. Do we have it there? Not yet. I'll be honest, but I want to hear from all of you. Let me know if you want me to go into more detail about the specifics of some of these Meld features, Meld Studio Spark features. We could do a whole workshop and set up Meld from scratch. I already did set up the chat, the overlays, some starting soon screens. I think that when we're just going to end up going live, and I'll just try to build some of this stuff in front of people. Wouldn't that be kind of sweet? Yeah. We'll have things open for a little bit longer if people have any questions, and then we'll probably just get on with some of our usual work with me stream. But yeah, we'll be live for a little bit longer. And just so everyone knows, we will absolutely be resuming the regular stream schedule. It's just been so crazy. I thought it was Wednesday today. It's actually Thursday. Man, is there an Oilers game tonight? The playoffs are starting soon. But yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then don't forget about the secret streams, okay? Mm-hmm.